Hey Bill friends, welcome to my channel where we for now going to chit chat about BL series. So I am going to call this one Chit Chat with Me. So yes, we are not going to watch or do my original segment, which is watch with me segment or reacting to a BL series due to copyright issues and all. Yeah, so my YouTube channel is candidate for termination, so we are not going to do some reactions temporarily because yeah, I don't want my YouTube channel to be terminated. So let's just do this one. So anyway, as what you can see on the title down below, we are going to chit chat or talk or share something about a Korean BL series titled Blooming. So I have only watched up to 3 episodes, so we are just going to chit chat those episodes. So the remaining episodes, once I am done watching them, I'll be doing another of this video. And since you're here guys, might as well subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet or if you're new here. And if you want to watch more of my videos, yes, it is available on my YouTube channel. I have still some of my videos there available, so go check those out if you want to watch them. So without further ado guys, let's begin commenting, sharing our thoughts and everything chalalala about this series. Let's begin! So let's start with the first episode guys. So Si-won is a college student who is, very vain. He really wants to be that popular and to be well known in their school. And girl, as the moment in this picture, as the moment he raised his hand and volunteered to disseminate those handouts, the first thing I think is that he did it on purpose. I know it for sure deep in my heart because it is the first step for them to know him, to give him a good impression. You know what I mean? Yes, that's the reason why I think he did it. And of course, you can really see in his expression afterwards. Like this one, this is the result after he volunteered giving those handouts. He became the leader of their class, which is I think what he was aiming for. And look at those, his classmates' faces. Like if I was in Si-won's position, I would be so awkward with those faces. It was so funny. And this was his reaction, his facial expression when he was appointed as the class leader. And it was so very funny to me because I have a backstory. Back when I was in first year college, I did the same thing, but it wasn't intentional. Yeah, I just volunteered calling out my classmates to to sit in a alphabetical order, and because of that, I became the class mayor. And I was so not disappointed. Like I was like only regretted it. And in the next sem, I did not volunteer doing anything again because I don't want to be the leader. Because girl, I just want to follow things. I don't want to lead because I don't have that capabilities. So anyway, look at this. The moment this frame popped up, I played it like on loop because I was, hooked by it. So this is Daon. Yes, this was the first time Si-won and Daon met, and Si-won was starstruck, like hella starstruck. Like Daon is indeed a good-looking person. You could really see in Si-won's face that he is kind of jealous to Daon's, appearance. And I feel like he, is threatened towards Daon because he doesn't want to be surpassed by him. Like girl, he wants the spot by himself only. And afterwards, after the photo shoot is done or after they talked, Daon even invited Si-won to have a meal together. And girl, Si-won rejected it, and he was so very uncomfortable when he's with him. Like the look on his face really says it all. It was so very funny. And he gave a lot of excuses just not to be with him, not to have a meal with him. He even bragged that he's going to a photo shoot with someone. And girl, this happened. Like, this is so very funny. This scene was so very funny. All the excuses that he made went nothing. Like, I could feel his embarrassment in this scenario, guys. When this happened to you, you just want the ground to swallow you whole. That kind of embarrassment, that's what I felt when this happened. Like, it was so funny. Their faces, very great. Daon even mocked him afterwards. Like, he does this one in the scene, yeah. He even mocked him. I cracked in this scene. Like, I freaking love this scenario so much. So moving on the next day, girl Siwon is still not comfortable after what happened, yeah. And the fact that they are classmates, I feel that's what, makes him more unease. Yes. Like before he entered the room, his, expression is not pleasing at all. And after he went inside the room, his expressions or facial expression changed into a positive vibe. So just to, conceal his true feelings. And he greeted everyone. Daon saw him, greeting them, and girl, he didn't respond or did anything. Like Daon ignored Siwon, but after everyone is waving back to Siwon, then that's the time where Daon, greeted him, and I feel like the ego of you know Siwon is being shaken. And you could really see in Siwon's face right here. His expression says it all. Like, I don't know if Daon did it on purpose, but Siwon's ego has been shaken for sure. Yeah, so that's basically what happened on the episode 1. And on the episode 2, they showed us a little background story of Siwon. At first, I thought it was Daon, but I saw here his sister at the window, so that confirms that it was Siwon's backstory. And also, I have this first impression about, Siwon's mom, that she's cool, she's a loving mother, as what I have seen in the first episode. But when I saw this a little background story, then I understand why she is like that to to her son and daughter, why she treated them very nicely. And also I understand Siwon why he is, he becomes like this, like he wants to be liked by other people because of this background story. His childhood life is not that pleasant. He got bullied a lot, he got neglected, he got pushed away by his friends and other people. So it's not that great. And they don't want to live in that lifestyle or in that way anymore. They don't want to, get looked down by other people. They want change. So that's why they become like this in the present. So I just want to commend this background story. It was well made because even though it was short, it is clear, it is direct, and it will lead you to understand more what is happening in the present. So kudos to that background story. It was well made, very good, very nice. I love it. So moving on to this scene. It's like they are really meant to each other. Like they are always in the same group, in the same pairing. And I know for sure that Siwon is not liking it. He is not comfortable with it. Because he doesn't want to get outshined by Daon. Siwon even, treat everyone in this scene a drink. He even treat Daon, and with that, it will give him, good impression from his other classmates. Then afterwards, the drinking session has begun. So at first, he was going to sit on his other classmate, but girl, the two of them kind of pushed him away in the scene. As you can see, it's giving me like low-key, go to the other table, don't sit with us kind of thing. Yeah. And also he is like kind of pressured to do it because of course he is the leader, and because of that he has no choice but to go to the other tables and entertain them, or yeah, do some interactions. And yes, afterwards he went to, you know, Taon's table, and there they talk and do some things. And girl, Siwon is still not done bragging or like kind of putting up a show. They talked about movies and everything, and Siwon shares that he likes French movies, and I guess like his friends was impressed by it, but Taon is not buying it though. He is not buying it. He is not impressed. And he is like interrogating him, asking a lot of questions, and I I am so worried about Siwon because if he can't answer him, then he will be doomed. But gladly, he answered them all, and you could really see in his face the shock and the nervousness, I guess. And afterwards, this happened. Siwon got drunk, he went outside, then yeah, Daon also got outside. Then he saw Siwon at the side of the bar, I guess, where they drank. And the moment I saw this scene, I was terrified for Si-woon because I know when this scene happens, you know, when the main character becomes drunk, he spills everything, what's in his mind, what's in his heart, he will spill it. And I'm not surprised, he just did. So Siwon and Daon did a, you know, heart-to-heart talk to each other. It was their first time having a, you know, long and deep conversation. And I was nervous at first when they talked because the, you know, the environment, the mood was so intense. But afterwards, the mood changes. It becomes like light and funny. Girl, the conversation was like a roller coaster to me. It was so funny. Like, I really thought they are going to have a bad conversation because of the background music and the intensity. Girl, the mood just changed right away. Then afterwards, the next scene, it cracked me so much because Siwon cried. Girl, that was so very funny. He just cried. Like I couldn't stop laughing about it. Then afterwards, they went inside the taxi because their classmates and their friends, you know, went outside from the bar, and you know they need to hide. So they went inside the taxi, went home, and girl, the smile on my face, it evaporated. I just feel the fantasy on what is happening in the taxi. It is here. Girl. Yeah, it was loving. But I guess the next part though, because the scenario is very cliche, since he's drunk and you know Daon didn't know where he lived, so automatically they went to Daon's house, which what I was expecting because yeah, it was cliche. So Daon took care of him and all, and afterwards someone, you know, just entered the house. You could hear that someone is clicking the code of the door and something like that, and the mood changes. Like I was, you know, I had a bad feeling about it basing on the cinematography and background music and all. And also not everyone is perfect. Earlier they gave us the little background story of Siwon, which is not pleasant at all. So maybe this scene, maybe in the next episode or the further episode, they will give us something negative side or negative story about Daon. Because as far as I remember, back when Siwon and Daon had their long talk, Siwon told Daon that he is somewhat jealous to, Daon because he is perfect. He think that he is perfect, towards his family, his looks, his friends, and all of that thing. Yeah, so he thinks that he is perfect. So yeah, that is what I think. Maybe they will be giving us a side of Daon that is, imperfect to, make it balance. So that's the episode 2. Now we are on the episode 3, which is the latest episode that I just watched. So yeah. And girl, I am loving this episode so far. I mean, I love the story. I love this series so far. So Siwon woke up and realizes that he was in Daun's house. And it was so very funny because when he woke up, he was facing Daun's foot. And by the way, Daun said something in this part, but I forgot what it was. But girl, when he talked in this scene, it was short though. It I mean, his voice was so deep. It is, giving me like a daddy vibe, which is, is turning me on. Turning me on. So it's a yes for me, daddy. It's a yes for me. So, anyways, I am still wondering who it was, the one who entered the house. It is still a mystery to me. So, I hope we could find that out who it was soon. So the next day, guys, it was so very hilarious. Siwon can't look at Daun's face. He has no face to show. I mean, when this scene happened, girl, I cracked so much because Siwon run. He ran away very fast. It was so very funny. And he cannot run away to him because the thing is he forgot something in Daun's house. So Daun texted him the text, which is this one. And girl, the first text, it was so caring vibe. It is giving me caring, and because of that, he cannot avoid him because he still has something to get. So they met again in studio something, and they need someone to volunteer, someone model a model to to test the lightings and all. And girl, Daun basically pushed Siwon to make him, the model. At this point, I think that Daun really knows that Siwon wants the spot because, you know, he knows that Siwon is craving for fame. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think he really knows him now. And he's there 100% supporting him, which is, also giving me the daddy vibe. I mean, look at this, how cute and supportive he was to him. Girl, this is it. He's the one. Those tiny hand wave gesture he did was everything to me. Then afterwards, the both of them talked. Siwon was so frustrated about what just happened a while ago. And I was like, girl, you want that for sure. I know you want that. But Daon really knows how to handle Siwon. Like the way, when they talk, he knows how to control the mood and everything like that. Yeah, he can really handle him so good. And you could really see in Daon's expression that he is really interested towards Siwon, which is a good acting, good portrayal of emotions to me. Kudos to that. Then accident happened in this scene. Then this happened, guys. Look at that. Let's appreciate this thing first, okay? At first, I thought that the two of them were inside the bathroom because they were talking. But I was wrong because Daon is outside, only Siwon is inside. So anyways, the reason why I told you guys to appreciate this like picture is because one of the best thing that K-drama offered to us is a good cinematography and good OSTs and also good angle. I mean, look at this one. Look at how good this scene was taken. It may not be that comparable to the other series, but the thought that this series is short, rushed and all and has like a small budget compared to others, but girl, they are serving cinematography, good angle, good choices in general. Girl, their standard of filmmaking is very nice, very top notch for me. So, anyways, in this scene, the moment they saw each other, I can feel the spark, I can feel the connection between the two of them. But at first, I was wrong in something. Because at first, I thought that they were exes and saw each other again, but I was wrong. And now I am guessing that they are, soon to be courting each other. So these two people talk and it was so very funny, guys. That is why I love this episode so much. Their conversation was so very funny. If you already saw the series, then you will know why. Like, it was so very funny and the guy was so dumb. Yeah, it was so dumb. And after they talk, this scene happened and this, confirms my speculations about the connections and spark and all. So let's just see what they will serve. The two of them will serve. And girl, ta-da! Again, daddy things. Daon was so very caring towards Siwon in this scene, but he still makes fun out of him though. And Daon asked him to go out with him on, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday. I forgot what was the day, but he asked him to go out, I think, to have a project and all of that. But it is giving me low-key dating, asking for a date. At first, Siwon is not agreeing to him, but later on, Siwon agreed on going out with him on that day. So the proposal was made, and look at how happy our daddy is. Girl, daddy, contain yourself. Don't make it too obvious. So this is the end, guys, of the episode 3. So I am still wondering who was that person who entered the house. It is not shown yet, so it's still a mystery. So let's just see who it was. So what are your comments to the 3 episode, guys? Feel free to comment it down below. I will read them and yes, let's kiki to the comment section. So that is why I call this a chit chat segment, to talk about things, talk about PL series. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't have anything else to say. So the moment I watch the rest of the episodes, then I will make this kind of videos again. Hopefully I can make it because I am kind of busy right now. I am currently doing my duties and responsibilities as a student. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give this a thumbs up. Again, comment anything on the comment section down below, anything you want. And yeah, see you on my next upload, guys. Bye bye.